What's up, guys? This is X0991 here, and we're back with another Wi-Fi battle. That is right. This time I am going up against an opponent named Muhti, which he contacted me through Cows Crazy, and he challenged me, and we had a pretty good battle. So let's see how we do. All right. So nothing too big on this match, just a really simple match. It was fun though. So let's play that back right about now. Alright, so as you guys can see here, we got a pretty good team, each of us. No real tiers here. It's just whatever. I don't play too seriously on tiers. Mine's more of a little bit of UU kind of mixed with OU, more of an OU team. So, yeah, he's bringing in some cool pokes. He's going to be leading off with his Umbreon. The real thing that I probably thought was going to hurt me was the Reuniclus and that Chandelure. So he's going to lead off with his Umbreon, and I am going to lead off with my Skarmory because I want to set up my spikes as soon as possible because I really don't know what this guy can do to me. Now his Umbreon can't really do anything to me, so during this time it's kind of like a slow start where he's just going to be spamming the double team, hoping that I can't hit him, but I'm just going to be setting up my spikes. And I don't know why, eventually at this point I'm thinking, well, Skarmory is the Steel type, so he can't possibly hurt me. He goes for the Toxic. Toxic does not affect Steel type, so I'm pretty much safe. I go for the, he goes for the Payback, which absolutely does nothing to my Skarmory, so I'm going to Whirlwind him out. I don't know why, I probably could have set up another layer of spikes. I probably should have done it then and there looking back on it, but I guess it's one of those things where you're in the heat of battle and you don't personally think about every little step you make. So he goes into Superior, and then he's going to switch out into his Reuniclus because I'm going to Whirlwind him out. I'm going to set up my last layer of spikes, and basically I really don't need my Skarmory anymore, so I'm just going to keep Whirlwinding stuff until I get something I want to fight. So he brings out his Chandelure, and I'm like, you know what, screw it. It's time to Suicide Die. So he goes for the Inferno, and this is one strong fire attack move, but Skarmory has the ability known as Sturdy, which means I cannot be taken out in one hit, and I'm able to live it. But I get burned, but good thing I went for the Brave Bird instead of Whirlwind, because instead of being taken out by my own burn, I'm able to kill myself and do some damage. So I get Switch Initiative. Now I switch into my Blade, hoping I'm able to kill it with the Shadow Sneak, and here's where things just, I guess my EVs didn't work out as great. He lives with like really a sliver of health, and it's going to cost me because he's going to be able to use the Shadow Ball on me, and that does a ton to Blade, and I am a Life Orb set. So I do not know, that Chandelure should have died, but unfortunately I got to get off a Shadow Ball, and I'm living with 2 HP, so he switches on to his Umbreon, probably thinking, oh, well, I'm just going to knock myself out, but little does he know my Blade hat carries close combat, so that's going to take out that Umbreon. It probably has high defense, but even then, close combat from an Adamant Life Orb Gallade is probably going to be enough to take it out. So I'm going to end up taking myself up too because of the item, the Life Orb. And I bring out my Venus, get it? V, because of the V on its head, Venus. So he goes into his Braviary, and I'm going to go straight into the Fusion Bolt. And here's one of those instances where it's just, wow. Because it took it really well. My Venus isn't way too specially offensive, so I'm just going to switch out. No, he has the red card. Now, what the red card ability does is, or item I should say, is when I hit my opponent, my Pokemon switches out automatically. And it brings out to my Assassin, so I'm going to just Ice Punch it in the face. Just get that thing out of here. Now this set, it's a pretty good set. He's going to go in his Reuniclus, and I am able to go off for a Night Slash. And that does a pretty good damage. I probably should have made mine Adamant Nature, because as you're going to see here, he barely lives. Or actually, no, he didn't live. He would have died because of the Focus Sash. Oh well, Focus Sash makes sure, it's kind of like Sturdy, but whatever. So he's going to, unfortunately, be taking out my Assassin with a critical hit Thunder. Do not think it applied too much. Weaviles technically tend to not have very defensive stats. So I'm just going to go for the U-turn. I'm giving him Switch Initiative, which means he's going to be able to switch out his Pokemon before I can. So I'm going to go into my Suicune, something safe. I know something I can level with. It's my max HP, max special defense, I think so. I have 2 different Suicunes. So he's going to hit me with a Leaf Storm. Probably should have seen this coming. I really don't know why I stayed in. But I take it really well from a Superior. So I'm guessing his isn't that very special offensive. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. Does not take it out. I mean, like, how many times does this happen? Like 3 or 4 times already in the battle where he lives, like, with a sliver of HP. So I'm going to go out into my Venus, predicting some sort of Grass attack again, and I predicted right. And he was already, I think, -2. I think it's -2 for Leaf Storm. So he's going to switch out, which I don't really see the point, because I guess he forgot I had Spikes out. He goes into his Haxorus, which is his last Pokemon, and I'm able to go for the U-turn and get a pretty good chunk of damage out of the way. And I'm going to bring out my last Pokemon known as Spark Plug. And I'm just going to Ice Punch it in the face. And that is pretty much game here because he's going to have to switch out into his Superior, which there's spikes out, so that's going to take it off. So, that's pretty much the match there. He had a great team. It was a fun battle. Good job, Moody. You did real good. We need a rematch sometime, bro. But yeah, you know, I usually had really much... I didn't have a lot of time that day. But we were able to squeeze in a battle, and I thought it was a pretty good battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed that Wi-Fi battle. If any of you guys want to Wi-Fi battle me, you know, feel free to comment about it. You know, go ahead and subscribe, thumbs up. You know, challenge me if you want. PM me or leave a comment challenging me. I'll face you in any game, either 4th gen or 5th gen. Your tier. Sorry. If you want me to make a tier team like a UU, OU, RU team, you know, we can work a battle out. Just, you know, have some fun. So for now, this is X0991. Hope you guys really enjoyed this Wi-Fi battle, and I will see you guys in the either next Ratchet & Clank LP, or Ratchet & Clank LP, Ratchet & Clank part, or some other video, or next Wi-Fi battle. Who knows, right? Alright, peace out, everybody.